Hello, thanks for inviting us. We're happy to be joining this meeting as well. And as discussed with the rest of the financial inclusion team and with Pia this morning, we are quite open to sharing evidence on what works in financial inclusion. So we've done a couple of RCTs on financial inclusion, both in the Philippines and in other contexts. And part of the work that we do is not just generating evidence, but also making sure that we're able to share this across a broad range of sectors, people who are interested in the evidence as well as stakeholders. Another stream of work that we do is what we call our Right Fit Evidence Unit, which includes our M&E unit as well as our embedded labs unit. So we work with different governments around the world to create labs which are embedded in the agencies themselves to think through some of the programs that they're working on and policies that they're implementing on, and how to tweak those policies and programs so that they can actually achieve the outcomes that they're aiming for. And part of the rigorous methodology that we use is, we have nimble RCTs for these labs, but we also use admin data. So, we have multiple types of methods that we use in this space. And one of the things as well that I mentioned to Pia earlier on is that we're happy to share the work that we do as well on research. So we have a unit at IPA called Research Methods Unit, which is a unit that does experiments on our research methods as well. And so, for example, in the Philippines, we're running a national panel survey under an initiative which we call Recover Survey. And this is really trying to understand the different government programs being implemented under the COVID crisis, and what is the response, and looking at how households are faring right now. And so within these kinds of experiments and surveys that we do, we also embed experiments on research, and we hold webinars as well to share the lessons that we've learned in terms of research methods, some of the best practices that we've seen in different contexts. And we actually have a lot of people asking us, both from non-government and government agencies, asking us whether we can share results in these experiments, especially now that when you're collecting data and doing research, you can't just send people to the field to run interviews, or for enumerators to knock on households. That's no longer possible at this time. And so we did collect some best practices and lessons there that we can definitely share. Looking at respondent fatigue, if you're doing phone surveys, comparing online surveys and phone surveys as well, thinking through how to run qualitative interviews efficiently when you're doing it on the phone instead, or through video conference instead of in-person FGDs. So that one we can also share. And I think that's something that we would definitely be happy as well to contribute to the Financial Inclusion Lab, in case you want to tap us as resource persons.
Great, thanks. Yes, well, speaking of nimble, maybe maybe one of the next steps, just because we're just about to start the first semester, and we do want to catch the attention of students looking for problems to work on this coming SEM. Maybe we can organize a series of brown bag sessions. So basically Zoom calls, maybe 60 or 90 minutes. We can go deep into these well-defined problem spaces, problem sets, so that one, we get to talk about it and bounce off ideas with each other, and then two, it becomes reference materials on YouTube for students who are looking for a problem to work on for the upcoming semester. But it also helps us advance the discourse on ano nga ba tong financial inclusion, and yes, will these 7 million new account owners derive optimal benefit from now being plugged into this formal platform that they already have in their pockets.
Right, yeah. Sounds great. Yeah, we'll be happy to be resource persons in these brown bags. And
okay, great.
Yeah, we'll definitely be willing to share the results. So aside from our team in the Philippines, we have a financial inclusion program team based in Washington, D.C. And as long as the time of this webinars are friendly to East Coast time, then I'm sure they'll be happy to be resource persons as well.
Okay. So that would have to be 8 p.m. Well, but
or
yeah.
8 a.m. Manila, 8:30 a.m. Manila, that's fine with them.
Right. Okay. Right. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we'll take you up on that offer.